Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this week's options watch list. Before I get into the watch list, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. Also, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, looking at the put to call ratio, it's at 0.60. It's kind of in the middle. It's not heavy on either side right now. Looking at the economic calendar for the week, let's see. Okay, obviously today is Monday, Labor Day, and today's a bank holiday and markets close. So tomorrow, Tuesday, ISM manufacturing at 10 o'clock. Wednesday, we have JOLTS job openings at 10 o'clock. And Beige Book at 2. Sometimes that's a mover. Sometimes. Thursday, unemployment claims at 8:30. And ISM services at 10 o'clock on Thursday. Friday, unemployment rate, so not that much. Just JOLTS jobs is going to be the big one on Wednesday. So other than that, not really looking at much. Short week. SPY closed at 563.68. We're less than $1.50 from all-time high. We're flagging on the daily. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we break out and make new all-time high and go to 570. It's the next round number. We could have a false breakout where we break all-time high, squeeze a couple dollars, and just have a major rejection, or we just have a giant squeeze altogether. So it's going to be kind of hard to predict, but being $1.50 from all-time high, to me, it just seems like we're going to have a strong move. I mean, we're going to test it, I think, and we're going to end up having a strong move up. 570, 575, maybe even 580 is possible this week. But I almost said Saturday. September is notoriously a red month, so breaking all-time high and having a harsh rejection after doing that is definitely realistic based on the seasonality of what SPY has been doing every September. So we'll have to see. Now, VIX is at, I think it was like, what, under 15? No, it's at 15. It's got room to $12, so it's got room to drop, and in, that does support, if it does get to 12, that SPY could be 570, 575, even 580 when it hits $12. So that does fit into that narrative. Next, we have, I'm not going to be looking at too much this week because of the short week, but BA. The area to watch would be over 175 for push to 180, 185. So definitely watch it over 175. And if it gets any strength, we could definitely see it test the 190, 195 area on the weekly. So we definitely could get a nice bounce up to 190, 195 if we get over 175. So BA, definitely watch out for that. Meta, it's rejecting the 540 area and a pullback a little bit. It's got a bit of a bear flag, but we're also hovering above the 20 EMA on the daily. So it's closing over it, so it does look pretty good, possibly for a bounce, because it likes to do that right here. This is basically what it did right here. Went up, came back down to the 20 EMA, tested it a few times, and just bounced off that. We could see the same thing. So I'd watch it over 525 for 530, 540, 550. On that, if SPY does push, I'm sure Meta will push too. So definitely keep an eye on that. Microsoft. I'd be watching Microsoft over like 420. Yeah, over 420, then for a push to 425, 430. It's got some room to run, but we are underneath the 20 EMA on the daily and the weekly. So usually That's not a good sign, but I'm just thinking that if SPY does push, Microsoft's probably going to go with it. But I mean, Microsoft is not at all-time high, and SPY is at all-time high. So definitely Microsoft and tech is a lot weaker. Because if you look at Q is a lot weaker than SPY, because SPY is at all-time high, and Q is not. But Q is flagging and using the 20 EMA on the daily for a support. So that will help Microsoft and better than the rest of the tech stocks. So if it does manage to flag and break the flag, so Netflix is obviously another tech stock to watch. I mean, this is just right up to here by all-time high again, over 700. It gets over this 705 area. It's probably going to push to 720. Netflix just likes to go crazy for no reason. Well, I shouldn't say for no reason, but I mean, look at that. We had it down here at 162 not too long ago. And back over here, over 700. It's just crazy. That's why you buy these massive drops like that on good quality stocks. So, because they just, a year or two down the road, they're back to all-time high and making new all-time highs. So, yeah, like I said, gets over 705. We're probably going to push to 720 on Netflix. So, definitely keep an eye on that. Tesla is another one to watch. Now, I had a strong green candle on Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, Friday. And so a nice bullish candle on Friday, but on the weekly, we did close over the 20 EMA. We're right above it. We closed right above it on the daily. To me, I'd be watching it over. I would say 220 is pretty high. Over 215. I could say 220, but I'd like this like 215 area, then 220, 225, and then we have 225. Then we get 230. I also want to point out that we get kind of a wanky, that's such a bad word, a weird looking inverted head and shoulders. You get the left, you get the head and the right shoulder. You can say the neckline is, it depends on how you draw it. I mean, you can say the neckline is 225, or you could draw it sideways where the neckline would be around 220 if you drew it like that. I mean, I suppose I can draw it. You can draw it like that, I get. Oh no, that's kind of bad. You just remove that one. Kind of, no, probably draw it like right in here at some point. Yeah, right in there, right around the 220 area. I mean, if you want to really get technical with it, but no, I wouldn't though. But I'd say definitely over the 215, 220, 225, 230, and maybe even 240 on Tesla. So that could end up having a strong move on Tesla. So I mean, short week. I'm not really going to put too much into this week, because short weeks are not really. I don't usually do well on short weeks, and that's when you end up seeing a lot of chop, a lot of fake outs and stuff like that. So something's going to happen. We need some volatility, but other than that, I think the SPY is just going to keep gapping and grinding until something happens. So what that will be, I have no idea. We should be having FOMC coming up pretty soon. I thought it was going to be this week. I think it may be next week. Let me just check the calendar. No, it's not next week either. It's gonna be when is the next FOMC? Oh, it's the 18th. So yeah, we're a couple weeks away. For some reason, I thought it was closer than that. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the watch list. I mean, short week. We'll have to see what happens. We're gonna take it day by day and see how pre-market is, and just go from there. And the pre-market's just been so volatile. We've had more action pre-market than we have during the day, so it's kind of hard to predict what's going to happen when pre-market's just so crazy. So that's going to do it for the watch list, and thanks for watching.